I will, in fact, get used to Jay Cutler looking good. The Cleveland Browns got on track in the preseason with a convincing win over the Lions on Saturday night. Still some huge question marks going into this week's third preseason game with the Titans. Bring on our friend, Freddie. How you doing, buddy? We missed you a great deal. Let's start with this quarterback situation. And, of course, my question to you is anything more clear? And I'm guessing you're going to say no. And then the follow-up to that is, how big of a concern is it that we still don't know who the quarterback is going into the dress rehearsal?
Well, first of all, I think we're ready to start printing Super Bowl tickets up this way. But
the mighty Lions.
I think that this is just, the way Eric Mangini sees it. As Bruce said earlier, by making it open competition, you really have to call the dead heat, from that aspect. So it's going to come down to what happens this week, and pretty much that's it. And I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't name a starter until just before they play the Vikings. He named the starter for preseason game number 1 an hour before Green Bay and 40 minutes before they played Detroit. So it's concerning, but that's just the way it's going to be.
What is your gut feeling right now, Fred? We're going into this game that they refer to as the dress rehearsal. What is your gut feeling? I mean, I guess it's Brady's turn to start this week, so we can assume Brady will start and play into the third quarter. Is that the way you think it'll go?
No, I don't think that's the way it'll go. I think that Brady will start. I think he'll play, maybe the whole first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Derek play the second quarter, and then we'll go from there. But, Mangini was asked today if he's concerned about any separation, and he said he's confident that there will be separation. One will, distinguish themselves in the next 2 weeks. That'd be very hard, for me to believe, but that's what he's going with.
It's really hard to believe. The other thing is Eric Mangini said that whoever he picks is going to be his guy for the season. How can we buy that when he is still so undecided going into the third preseason game? If there hasn't been separation yet, what's to say there will be when the season starts?
Well, that's exactly the point, is that, how can you say they're that close and then one guy comes out struggling and you're just going to go with him? I mean, that just makes no sense at all to me. I just think I think deep down he's already made his decision, but that's how he does it. He's trying to keep the opponent guessing as long as he can. He said the worst thing when he was defensive coordinator was not knowing who the quarterback was, and I think he's trying to hang on as long as he can.
Hey, Fred, the last thing I want to ask you about is James Davis. I love the kid. Loved him at Clemson. Thought he was a steal in the 6th round. And, boy, what a run he had. I realize it was late in the game, but he made a move that I'm not sure any other back on their team could make.
Yeah, that's really what they've been waiting to emerge. And the 81-yard run he ran away from, sure, it was second, third team, but that's what they need, because I have not seen anything from Jamal Lewis, different than what I saw last year, that 2 yards, 3 yards. They need to have the game breaker, and if Davis or Jerome Harrison can be that guy, that's the only thing they're going to have to be a playmaker.
Freddie, fantastic stuff as always, my friend. You guys will be with us every Monday from here on out. The best in Browns coverage, you guys do it. It's good to have you back, buddy. We'll see you next week.